We're going to talk about sleep and the importance of making sure that you have complete exposure to darkness when you're sleeping. Why? Because you want to optimize the production of melatonin. And melatonin is a very important hormone produced by your pineal gland. And the way you do that, allow your body to increase your melatonin. And the way you have your body produce melatonin is to get large amounts of exposure to bright sunlight in the daytime. And then the converse of that at night is to be in complete darkness at night, because it's this extreme difference that's responsible for helping and having your pineal gland produce healthy amounts of melatonin. Now, most of us will get as much sun exposure as we can. That's not an issue. We like to be in the sun. The problem for most of us is that we live in an industrial society, and as a result of that, we have the invention of the light bulb, and we produce light at night, which is a significant benefit, but also has a significant downside. So that many of us are sleeping in environments, in rooms that are inadequately shaded and allows far too much sunlight to come in through the windows. But then also many of us have internal sources of light, such as our alarm clocks, which have their own, in addition to the light, have their own issues with EMF. So a simple principle here is to keep that alarm clock as far away from you as possible. And obviously it has to be some light to it for you to see it at night. And the key here is to use an alarm clock with a red light, because red is a wavelength that when your body sees it at night, if you happen to wake up and see it, it will not shut off the production of melatonin. This is an important principle to understand too, because if, say, you wake up 2 to 3 hours after you fall asleep and then you turn on the light, well, what you've just done is you've essentially eliminated your body's ability to produce any melatonin that night from that point on. You shut it off, because that brief exposure to light, and it could be as brief as a second, will shut down the melatonin supply. You shut it off. So now this doesn't happen if you have red light. And so you might wonder, well, what if I have to get up and use the bathroom? Well, you could stumble in the dark as one option, or you can use a red flashlight, because red is a wavelength that doesn't shut this melatonin production down. You can take melatonin supplements, and they may be useful therapeutically, but ideally the way to do it is to have your body produce it itself. So ideally, eliminate the sources of light in your bedroom, and then use room darkening shades or drapes in your bedroom, so that ideally you should not be able to see your hand in front of your face. Now, for many of you, that's going to be a challenge or a problem, or you're renting or you're traveling, and it's just not going to be possible. So what I wanted to share with you today is really something that's very exciting, and I just found out about this recently that my team put together, because most of the time my regular bedroom has room darkening shades, and it's really dark, so it's really an ideal sleeping environment. But when I travel or where I stay in the winter, this is not the case. So I've been using this Eyemask, and it's just phenomenal. It's a very soft felt-like inner surface. It's padded, and the strap is such that it's very gentle on your head, and you don't even know that you're wearing it, so it's really easy. And it's large enough so that it goes down. I mean, you can literally try to open your eyes. You're in complete darkness from your eyes. It's been phenomenally useful, and a really great tool to help me optimize my sleep cycle. And we're going to discuss more about how you can do that, improve your sleep cycle with some other tools. But this is a simple, basic one, and certainly a lot less expensive than using room darkening shades, which is the ideal, and I still would recommend it if you're looking for the ideal to do that. But this is a fraction of the cost, and it's certainly a lot easier. Some people may have struggles with keeping it on or so, but I think most people would tolerate it well. It's not an issue for me, and I would think most people would do well with it.